Taking that trip out of faith and just being low and ended up being one of the best turning points in my life. It taught me how to enjoy my own company. It taught me how to make friends and put myself out there. It taught me how to do hobbies. It taught me to do things even when I didn't feel like it. When I felt like just staying home and being like, oh, I just want to stay home in my comfort zone. It taught me how to get out of my comfort zone. Now I tell people to change their environment. If you're getting that voice, listen to it. If you're getting that voice that's telling you to go somewhere else, it can be a city. It doesn't have to be a whole new country. But there's that voice that's just pulling you and saying, go here. And you're like, oh, I don't want to go. Or there's a sense of fear, you need to go. Listen to that voice because that one decision could change your life. Could transform you. So I decided to call my phone company because I was behind on bills. And they wanted to work out a payment plan, but I couldn't afford it. I just couldn't spin it because I already had paid an amount towards them for that week. So the biggest thing I noticed is that I didn't know this. So when I'd be behind on bills, they would add some like suspension fee like for the data that I didn't know that they included. So then it always be $70. Where I thought when I would call in and they would put it back, that it was just, they were just putting it back. I didn't realize that they were actually suspending the service, if that makes sense, because I was still able to use my phone and all that. And so all of a sudden, I call in and then we're talking, we went back and forth for a while. She comes back and all of a sudden she's like, I'm willing to waive all the fees. So she waived like over $150 and I was able to start from scratch, start from zero because of that. And the bill started from scratch, from a clean slate, where I just had to pay like the remainder, so it was way less than paying close to $150 plus the bill, which would have been 200 something, and it ended up being just like, I think it was like 70 something. And at first I didn't think that it was a testimony, but I was like, that doesn't usually happen. Because when I started to tell people, they're like, Nikia, like that's a blessing from God that you are able to get that wiped clean. You just never know. Start praying. You just never know. So there's another one. So I started new training. I had accrued fees in my library card because, so a drink ended up going on these books, which deemed them damaged. And there was one night where I was like, man, I wish I could just get these specific books from the library, but I can't now. And I just heard a voice say, go into the library and talk to someone, tell them your situation and see what they can do. So at the time, listen, at this point, hey, I can throw the little that I have, whether that's $10, $5, whatever. I was in that mindset ready to work out something with them because I think I was owing like 60 something dollars. I went in, I was so vulnerable, and I didn't beg anything. I just said, hey, let me know what I can do. I really need this for this new training, all this stuff. And the woman just looked at me and she's like, I'm just gonna waive all the fees. And I was like, what? And she's like, I'm just gonna waive it for you. She wiped all the fees. They don't usually do that. She just made it zero. And it was at that moment I knew it was the Holy Spirit, because something kept telling me all day. Like, that voice did not simmer down on me until I did it. Like, I was so nervous because I was like, oh my God, God. Now I have to put myself out there and explain it because I'm hearing a voice saying, go there and do this. I'm like, oh Lord. It was outside my comfort zone. But you know, some of the testimonials that you have is usually something that's outside your comfort zone where people just show up. And it's the little things where God will just show up that will just give you encouragement. She just wiped it off. And I was able to get my books. And I cried so much because I was like, this is so beautiful. How God will just take care of you if you just trust Him. And you know what's crazy is that when I got home, I ended up opening a mail where it was about to go in collection and they're about to add like an extra $12 on there. And I was like, look at that. You just don't know how God will show up. If you just talk to Him, God will just give you the blueprint, tell you what you have to do. And it may not be comfortable. It may be uncomfortable. It may make you feel like, God, why does it have to be this way? I don't want to do it. But when you just listen to Him and you follow His direction, He'll do the rest. He will use people to bless you.